Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Hades 2, and last time we had what was actually our most successful run yet, which I did not expect, because we did really well the time before that, but we made it to the final boss fight, didn't quite get the win, but, I mean, Kronos was, I think, a sliver of health away from at least going down in the first phase. I still suspect there's probably a second phase, but we'll see. We'll see. As for what we have planned for this one, I think I still don't love many of our keepsakes here outside of, I am a big fan of the Silken Sash, so I think we probably stick with that. We may have afforded a few more upgrades there. I think weapon-wise,
Bid you welcome to our training grounds.
This has great thirst this eve.
this is what we have for the bonus to bones. In general, dating back to all the way in Hades 1 with the fists, am not a huge fan when it comes to the attack or the weapons that have the closest range attack. It just gets me into a fair bit of trouble oftentimes. So there is that I'm a little bit concerned about, but this I think was quite solid, and we upgraded it quite a bit the last time we used this weapon. I think we've only used it once though. Let's rock with the pickaxe. I think we still want to try to get some more silver. And then I think we're basically good to go here. I know you have that above your head, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be something we've already heard.
Commander, you once held a place of honor in my father's house. So you must know Cerberus, right?
Yeah, we've heard this a bazillion times, actually.
no.
Okay, so
It's not his...
let's skip through that.
Like bears, just so you know.
Okay, so let's head on down. I mean, we've heard mention of being able to go up. I think this is still blocked off. I guess we can check. Yeah. So I suspect we will need to finish one run going down here.
Heading out.
So we'll see how we fare this time.
This is my path.
Cannot guarantee that we are going to make it all the way to the Kronos fight every single time.
This family's not so good at letting go, is it? After eons of prosperity, all that we've built together threatens to come crashing down, all because of a little bad blood.
I guess that's one way to look at it. Okay, so what do we have here? Your attacks deal more damage to nearby foes. Wait, what constitutes close up? Because, as I was just saying, this weapon has very close range attacks. So if functionally everything already counts as close up, then that's actually pretty huge. Specials deal more damage to nearby everything is for nearby foes. Alright, that's kind of Aphrodite's thing. Thematically sort of fitting. Cast, drag foes in, and inflict weak, which makes them deal a little bit less damage. I think we try this with the attack. I'm curious. Okay, that might be amazing. That might be an amazing combo. Wow. Okay, I mean, obviously, early stages here. This is just the first room, and these enemies are pretty weak. But if we can get away with this, then we might be in line for pretty solid success here. Maybe this will be a run where we'll try to be a little bit more aggressive using our... oh, yes, I did see this. We'll try to be a little bit more aggressive using our dash as a way to avoid taking damage rather than relying exclusively on positioning, or almost exclusively on positioning. We did, last time round, make an upgrade that made it so we start with more coins. We're already at 231, which is not bad. There is the Selene angle. I absolutely will admit that I have not done the best job of maximizing the use out of Selene stuff. We did learn a little bit more about how it works. I guess we'll go for it. We'll try that. You guys are not a great matchup for us outside of how we can basically annihilate you if we get a hit. It's just that, oh, I didn't mean to do that either. Although that's definitely going to annihilate them. Oh, that hit us when we were directly behind him? I take a little bit of issue with that. We did not look like we were anywhere near that enemy's attack.
Good evening.
Okay, let's take this.
Together shine this night, O moon.
I regret our meetings are in haste, and that we are unable to converse when thus we meet. I am expected high aloft for all to see. Our connection is to remain as hidden as the crossroads. We are to move in shadows.
Alright. Also fitting.
Behold my light.
So yeah, we learned more about how the whole where is it? The phrasing for it. The Path of Stars. It's basically a separate little passive skill tree that if you get additional Selene upgrades later on, allows you to improve in various ways. They seemed fairly minor from what we saw before, but maybe that's just telling as to how that can differ depending on what type of moon you opt to take. I don't know if it's a totally different skill tree, depending on whether you take the crescent, half, or full moon glow. Let's see what we have here. So your Hex launches a seeking projectile that inflicts Morph on up to 10 susceptible foes. Turn into harmless critters for 8 seconds. That sounds pretty cool. Costs 140 mana. Now that's the issue, is that I have very rarely gone out of the way to charge up magic attacks unless we have very specific use cases for it. You know, boons that specifically cater toward that. Even then, still not much. But this is intriguing. Otherwise, it's a blast that deals big damage after 4 seconds, or raises one random slain foe from this encounter to fight for you? Okay, I'm sorry. We have to do that. That is too cool to pass up on. Apparently we're a necromancer now. Okay, I think we go Psyche. Just because we've now been able to unlock a fair bit of stuff. A fair bit of Ash upgrades. But we can't afford to use all of them. So for that reason, I think it does make sense to prioritize Psyche a little bit, even if we have made several Psyche upgrades and they are getting kind of expensive. I think the payoff is still better.
Is that all?
Okay. I think we still go health here. Okay, now these guys are armored, which makes them a little bit trickier. Don't forget we have this. Although, definitely pales in comparison to the damage we can pull off with our attack. Just trying to get them to the point where, yeah, it's easier to break their armor. Now they're much easier to deal with. Once we can go in with the basic attack. Ooh, they're a lot easier to deal with. There we are.
For me.
Nice. Okay, nothing else of note. Miniboss with Apollo or Shop with 281. I think we go Miniboss. I think we tempt fate a little bit. Which one is it?
You and me.
It's you. You're gonna do that. You don't want to stand there, except I immediately stood there anyway. Ow. That hurts. Yeah, it's the circle that she creates, which is really annoying. Okay, but as you can see here, we can get a pretty ridiculous amount of damage when we do go up close. Okay, now it doesn't really matter that we're stuck in here, I don't think, because we don't really need to move. That's definitely the fastest we've ever done that encounter by quite a bit.
When Artemis first told me your tale, I figured it was just one of her pranks. Taking on the Titan yourself, come on. But it did sound like something a vengeful child of Hades might attempt.
Well, maybe. Okay. Oh, yep, definitely higher rarity here. Your sprint is faster and it inflicts daze, which gives foes a 20% chance to deal no damage for 9 seconds. The other thing I will admit is I've certainly been using the dash quite a bit, at least for avoiding attacks. I mean, maybe not so much purely for the iframes, just to improve our positioning. But holding it down for sprint purposes, I have definitely forgotten about that altogether on many occasions. So if we do that, then that could be very good. Also makes our sprint faster. While standing in your cast, gradually restore magic. I mean, yeah, if we are charging up stuff, but after you take damage, your foe takes damage, and you inflict daze on all foes. That sounds pretty good to me. Inflicting daze on all foes, making it much less likely that we take several instances of damage in quick succession. And I mean, it's high rarity, so of course it's going to be a pretty good value there in terms of the damage as well. You hurt. Now you can be stunned. see the extra... Oh, stay away. The extra resources we can get there. Dash out of that. Okay, nab it. Not so fast. Okay, you, though. Yeah, I guess he can kind of get a little bit more area of effect on that swing than I might have initially given him credit for, but still. Just thinking about that time when we took damage after seemingly sneaking up behind that type of enemy. Hello to you too. So we get you, yep, armorless, then we can do this. It's much easier. Stop running away. There we are. Okay. Nab that.
I located something.
Nab this. At this point, I think we should have enough silver that next time we theoretically should be able to afford the weapon that we are missing, the axe, I think it might be. So then we have Arachne, which probably would like to go for, or bones. We've not spent bones in quite some time. I still don't remember what they're actually used for. We do have a mini shop here. And restore some health. Each location, we're currently at max health, so that's not really doing anything right now. We take 10% less damage for 5 encounters. We are pretty close to the Hecate fight. There is maybe something to be said for nabbing this. Although, we also are probably pretty close to getting to a shop as the penultimate room. Maybe we still do this? Okay. We'll take it, I guess. We hadn't taken it before. I think we still go here.
Spinning. Huh.
Hello. Hey, you did have an enemy in you. Gave us a little bit of a money refund for what we spent before. More importantly...
You've been so busy, Arachne. Not just all these dresses, but all Erebus is teeming with silken cocoons. You're certain it's all right for me to break them?
Yeah, did she make all of them? Because there are quite a lot.
Of course, you big silly. What, do you suppose they're teeming with my countless brood? By the time you see a cocoon, anything in there is either for you or was out to get you. Now here.
Oh, that's, yeah, that's not comforting at all. Don't worry, it's only out to get you. Okay, the Emerald Dress we've used many times, very good defensively. Channel faster, I mean, if we were using charge-up powers, then yeah, maybe. Otherwise, well, okay. Yeah, everything is about magic or just... simple, straightforward defense. I think we take simple, straightforward defense then. Not a huge fan of the alternatives. This might be the... No, it's not the last room. So I don't think we would see an Apollo boon in that case. What would we upgrade with Palm? Maybe this? Oh. I mean, upgrading Flutter Strike would certainly be nice, because that seems to be doing huge work for us here. So I am actually kind of tempted, even though we don't have many boons, so... certainly make a case for Apollo as well. Honestly, I think this is a rare time where I will voluntarily take a palm over a different boon. Oh, I don't like you though. Not like you at all. Okay, at least that one's down. No, those guys do like to... Oh, yeah, I walked straight into that one. They do like to spawn more enemies. Wait, are there any left? Or is it just these guys now? Oh, and that effect around them was coming from that boon that we picked up that makes them take the curse. Have less chance to deal damage to us the whole days. The upgrade just improves the damage there, rather than improving the daze effect. So this is what I really wanted. Because that's... that's just a common rarity boon. Okay, once again, I think I'm going to prioritize Psyche for the moment. Yeah, but I think we're going to absolutely shred enemies. Now, the issue... Oh! I recognize that. From Hades 1.
No, you don't.
Still more? Those guys are nasty. Armored version of the screamy people. We could, get rid of the other enemies. It would be great. Did take some damage, though. That is the tricky thing, is even with our crazy damage, we can still take some
All laid to rest.
little hits every now and again if we're not careful. Well, even if we are careful, just because we have to be right up next to enemies. Further upgrade, but if we got a hammer upgrade that improved our attack, then that could be absolutely incredible. We have not yet seen these. However, if this means we're skipping the hammer, I don't think it's worth it. Now, I know what this is from Hades 1. I assume it's very similar in Hades 2. So, although I would normally say, oh, we should totally experiment and try it for the first time in Hades 2, I think this is an exception, because I'm liking what we're building here, and I don't really want to mess with that right now. So selfishly, gonna try to prioritize the run, this current run, rather than go for a more experimental approach. Ooh, I did get hit. Okay. Because this, if it gives us an attack improvement, could be absolutely incredible. Hold attack to slice repeatedly, but you cannot use your charge attack. Maybe. Last strike in your attack. Oh man. I think we have to take this. Plus 300% damage when we already have over 100% damage from this. We also, for what it's worth, we had an option to get another palm, which we could have used to further upgrade it, but I think that's going to be even better still. Okay, this is definitely the last room before the boss fight. Hermes could be very nice, yes. We've not yet gone to a shop, though, so we had a mini shop. We have a fair bit of coins to spend. Yeah, we could always wait and spend them later and splurge. There's something to be said for that, because this won't be the last shop we're ever going to see, one would expect. But I think we still do it, because Palm, if it does show up, is still very helpful for us, especially now that we can basically guarantee we're going to get, the boon we wanted. Okay, no Palm. Yes, armor. Yes, boon from a Hestia. Not thrilled about that. I was really banking on a palm there.
I heard from Hermes at last, my lord. He didn't get into the details of what he discovered, though perhaps you know more.
Speaking of Hermes, in hindsight, I probably would have preferred to have taken the Hermes room. Oh, he says.
I understand. It's not my wish to pry.
Okay. I mean, I guess we'll take this just because it makes it easier for us to sustain the armor that we got from Arachne. We may end up taking a fair bit of damage in this fight because it is the boss fight. We've certainly beaten Hecate on many occasions before. However, we probably have not been relying so much on such a point-blank range attack to make that happen. So I think there is still certainly benefit to be gained from doing that. And then here, not my preferred boon, I don't think.
You really have to pay that Charon character in these situations. What sort of daft system is that? What, no blessings for the poor? Doesn't seem fair at all.
Alright, well maybe we can get something that further complements our attack. Cast repeatedly inflicts Scorch on foes. Sprint destroys most ranged projectiles. We've definitely seen that before. Rapidly restore magic, but you have less max health? No, absolutely not. I think... maybe we take this? I mean, I do like this, but I'm realizing this is not the dash. This is only when we hold the sprint, so again, unless we are very diligent about actually holding it down, then I'm not sure it's going to make that big a difference. Although we actually did get an upgrade of the Psyche variety that made it so we sprint more quickly and easily, or dash more quickly and easily. Either way, maybe we do take this.
Getting warmer.
There. That's the thing we can do, actually sprint like that. Probably would have been helpful on many previous encounters, particularly boss fights, had I remembered that, and I probably will forget to use it during this fight right here, but we'll see.
Hermes urged me to address a certain matter with you here. However, my view is you are unprepared for the surface as of yet.
Yeah, so Hermes wants us to go upward toward the surface rather than downward toward Tartarus. That topic has only come up ever since we first saw Hermes. He only showed up once we first saw Kronos. And Hecate says she doesn't think we're ready yet. All this suggests once we defeat Kronos for the first time, we will prove that we are ready to start going upward.
Meaning you won't lift the wards barring the path to the surface. What if I remove them myself? I've seen how you do it.
I mean, unless we figure out how to do it ourselves.
Then you'll be more prepared than you are now. Till then, remember your objective lies below, past me.
Okay, so I suspect we're going to take a fair bit of damage here, but hopefully we have... Oh, okay, maybe that is how we go upward. Okay, so that is, yes, going to deal a lot of damage to us, but we have already dealt a boatload of damage to her. She's still invulnerable. And learned a little bit more also about technically how that that specific attack works in terms of where the hitbox is. It's not like there's a actually hitbox in the entire thing. Oh, I dashed just a tad too slow there.
I think not.
Oh, what? Oh, right. How do we break that? I still don't know. I don't understand. Oh, there's also stuff to be mined. Oh, no! Run away, sheep! Although making every enemy incapable of, or potentially incapable of dealing damage to us is kind of nice. That was one of the reasons why I took it, was I sort of anticipated in a boss fight that could end up being really useful. Oh, that was unfortunate timing. Okay, now we pretty much have to just settle. Okay, that's not the correct technique. So technically, we could dash through that.
I have more hexes up my sleeve.
Is that the real one? It was not. Now it is. Oh, gosh. Alright, well, I mean, as I said, we kind of anticipated that was going to happen. There we go. Definitely our fastest Hecate fight.
Well fought. And may the fates be generous to you in your descent.
By a wide margin at that. We took several instances of damage. Yeah, we do still have armor, which is nice.
Some cinder.
In mind here, I'm not sure, given how the fight was shorter. You know, we took a lot of damage, but we took it in a relatively quick fight. How did that add up relative to a longer, more drawn-out fight in which we were more careful with our positioning? I don't know.
Beneath the outer edge of Erebus extends a hidden region of the underworld, known only to few, and navigable only by fewer still.
Let's hope so.
In this area where we keep on finding Kronos. We don't technically need this. Chat with you. A little more trash talk.
Which rock did you crawl out from under, My forces, they are terribly confused. They have no idea where you live. So I thought I would attempt asking you nicely here.
Is that so now?
I live in your nightmares, Titan. I thrive on them. I'll see you dead, and then destroyed. However long it takes.
However long it takes. You speak of inevitability, little one. A subject on which I happen to be the expert.
I mean, he would be.
As to whomever sent you after me, I shall find them.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I guess he doesn't really know who we're partnering up with. Okay, so we would like to build up a little more armor, of course. Try to sustain this as long as possible.
There's that rancid scent.
Oh, okay. Just more magic is not really great, but guess we don't really have a choice. see how we do against more difficult enemies when we have what is, again, relatively difficult setup to avoid taking damage. Well, that's not really what I had in mind in terms of how I expected us to take said damage. Oh, and we just upgraded the Silken Satch, which means that now we can check exactly how much it is. We're getting +4 armor per room rather than +3. So not only does that mean more effective health every room, it also makes it easier to sustain long term, which is certainly nice. Okay, so we could go with the health, we could go with Hestia. We certainly do not have that many boons right now, so there is something to be said for more boons. What I was kind of trying to do earlier was see if we could deliberately limit the number of boons that we had, so that if we got palms, we were guaranteed to have the option to upgrade this here. We're going to start to get to some diminishing returns. I mean, ideally, we'd be able to upgrade the rarity on that. That would be the best option. I guess we still take Hestia, though. Oh, this terrifies me. This group of enemies feels like it is the worst possible combination for us. Especially when they have armor. Still! Did that hit any of them? Okay, well that might help a lot. Sort of. A little bit. Kind of. I was gonna say maybe we can kite them through, but I wasn't fast enough to do that. Go away. Go away. We are so range limited. There's gonna be more of them, right? Slightly different enemies this time. Slightly different enemies this time. Please get rid of that guy. That at least got a tiny bit more damage. These get you, there we go, armorless. Theoretically makes it a lot easier. I'm hoping this is the last wave. It is not. There's more of them. Okay. It's just such a bad matchup, it feels like. They're quick. They have very short range, but there is basically no range difference between us. And this is where if we did have some other cast, or we could do this. Not really sure that that helps us all that much, though. We just had some other boon to help our cast or special more significantly than what we currently have. It's basically have nothing there. And that would go a long way right about now. There we go. Okay. So, maybe getting something with range is a high priority here. Gain max health, max magic, but give up one boon. It would be Flutter Strike. Is that this? Absolutely not. No way. It would be plus 70 magic and max health, which is a lot. Obviously, that's an epic boon, but no way is that worth it. Cast repeatedly, inflict Scorch on foes. We saw that before, but we didn't opt to take it. We took the dash instead, right? Rapidly restore. And we saw this as well. Okay, I think we take this. Still not quite the range we're looking for, I don't think, but okay. We could go Selene and further upgrade what we have, and maybe it could have been worth using it there. Oh, no, it's not charged up, because we need to spend more magic first. And hold on, I would like to confirm. Does this amount of magic we spend, or need to spend to activate this, reset after every room? After using enough magic while foes are near... Where's that to invest? It doesn't really say. Okay, I feel like we go here. I do. We don't have as much money as we had before. We can also pick this up, which would be nice. Oh! What are you doing here?
Can't you see my brother and I are in the middle of something?
I swear, if you take one of these boons... Wait.
Sure.
You hear this?
Night.
It's not just humming, it's actual lyrics It's not the same lyrics as the boss fight. This is a totally different song. I don't remember hearing this before. Oh, she did take... She took the... Alright, well, she did not take the boon, but I probably preferred to take the palm, to be honest with you. That might be a bigger loss. That stinks. Okay, we also cannot quite afford both these things, so I think we're just going to take this.
I know it's not an easy trip, or even possible for you right now heading all the way up here, but just imagine how hard it is for our family to swallow our pride in our squad. Things are that grim.
Suppose he has a point. Your attacks are even faster? Okay, I mean, that is awfully tempting. Foes' range shots are slower. Your sprint is 15% faster and gives you a barrier that ignores one instance of damage. We definitely have gotten that at least once before, but again, it's sprint, not dash, which is significant. I think we have to take this, though. That's...
Here we go.
It's only 10%, but still. We have so much damage potential from our attack. Okay, which one are we looking for? This... Our attack boon is from Aphrodite. You have more fire boons, though, actually, and more Hestia boons in general. So there might be more synergistic potential if we go this way. I think we actually do this, then. What do we get? It's you again?
Remember me, Serpent?
Okay, these guys do not respawn if we get rid of them. So I think we first avoid taking damage, and then we try to get rid of these. Did we take damage from that? We might have. Totally gonna... Oh, no, never mind. You're not gonna do what I thought you were gonna do. Okay, those guys are done. Now we can focus on you. You're gonna do that. Oh, okay, I was gonna say. It might even be worth doing that. I think we iframed our way out of that damage. Now you are armorless, and so you are easy to get rid of at that point. Oh, that was interesting the way that it moved. We just barely made it out with armor still, so that is good. Okay, your specials inflict Scorch. Wait, what is it that we upgraded previously? It was Cast from you. Hold Cast, aim a fiery projectile that explodes on impact. The binding circle forms there. This is what we got in, was it last run or the run before that? And it was actually quite good. Turns our Cast into a ranged ability, which, with our current setup, could be very useful. Whenever Scorch-afflicted foes are slain, they damage nearby foes. Oh, the potential for that to turn into a positive feedback loop is pretty incredible if we had more reliable ways of inflicting Scorch. We have it with Cast. We only have it with Casts. Ooh, long term, this could be amazing for us. Short term, this is definitely better. I think we have to think short term at the moment, at least, because it's... Our lack of range is alarming right now.
They'll burn.
Okay, so now... Alright, I will admit, in Hades 1, these bonus NPC rooms, especially, you know, Eurycity and Patroclus, were incredible. At times, they could single-handedly salvage a run. I have not been nearly as impressed with them in Hades 2. Now, granted, that may have been a deliberate choice to make them a little less overpowered, but it does feel like what was once an automatic choice to go this route whenever you saw them in Hades 1 is now not as much the case. Maybe we give it a shot, but we've already passed up on boons on a few occasions here, so I think maybe we do. Go through here. I don't remember you. Oh, you shoot... Oh, you shoot the homing projectiles, and the armored version shoots several of them. Please stop running away. I'm trying to chase you down. Do they blow up on death? Yes, they are also the ones that blow up on death. Yeah, we might deliberately blow that up. We're gonna blow up. Did we get rid of them all? We did not. That over there while we're at it. Oh, that's our Cast. It's that circle. It's like, I don't know if I want to step into that right now. Well, we made it. Yeah, it's once again, it's different music here. I can't tell if this is the same song we heard in the shop earlier, or if this is another new song. But I have really liked the music specifically from that boss fight, so I'm intrigued.
Hear me, on my authority.
Okay, what do we have here? Specials deal more damage to nearby foes. Well, I mean, we already have our big setup for nearby damage. While you have at least 80% health, deal more damage. When the going is good, it gets even better. Any plus health reward you find is greater. I mean, it's early enough that could pay off. I wish this gave us an immediate source of like an immediate centaur heart, so we can get at least some short-term benefit. I mean, I'm thinking about the boss fight, which is now getting, it's not imminent, but it's getting somewhat close, and 20% extra damage would be really nice, but of course it's only a matter of time before we drop below 80% health in that fight, because we are definitely going to take a lot of damage in that. We have a little bit of armor. If we had a lot more, then we could sustain this much better. I guess we'll try it. And maybe we make a point of trying to get more health restoration, if necessary, if we do start taking damage, because we actually get a damage boost from being at high health. So there's more reason to go for the health restoration. Oh, okay. Well, maybe this isn't too bad. As we time this well. Okay, don't get hit by that, though. Patience. That was a little iffy. I suppose. Yeah, I could have done that before. Also, okay, at least we actually have a way to deal with these guys now. This is the difference between our current setup and our setup before. It goes a long way. Okay, that's actually kind of a nasty combo. Don't want to do that full combo there. That's a very nice place to hit you. I will do so again. Those heat-seeking projectiles are annoying. Thread the needle. Thread the needle.
And now for you.
Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Almost got stuck in an animation there that was going to force us to take damage. Okay, we were very low on nectar. We did not have any for a while there, so I kind of deliberately took it. Now, I'm not sure if we need to double down on it here, because the other thing, as I was saying before, is we don't have that many keepsakes that I'm a huge fan of, besides the one we're currently using. But the nectar is, of course, our quickest way to make that happen. Maybe just one is good enough, and we'll get some more psyche here. Oh, no. What happened?
Where do you think you are going?
Maybe not. Okay, back to Asphodel we go. Seek a way out.
Need to get out.
Been here once before. Reveal. Whatever this is. We need to stay in this, right?
Do you really have to go so
Yes.
soon?
Oh, okay. I don't like that. I don't like your armor.
They broke my suit.
Broke our armor. Stinks. Oh, man. We are getting rid of those enemies quickly, but still. We should probably be instead relying on that. Oh, you more or less teleported on top of us. Go in. Yes, the lava does hurt us if we step on it, for what it's worth. Go away! I do. For what it's worth, these are some of my least favorite enemies from, at least from Asphodel in Hades 1.
Seize this whilst you have the opportunity.
Ugh. That was obviously not great from damage received standpoint, and by not great, I mean that was actually pretty terrible. Oh no, is this... Alright. This is not great timing. Alright, well, as we were saying, health restoration is actually quite significant for us. We're gonna have to pass up, I think, on this boon in order to go health restoration and palm, and if we can get... It's probably still Flutterstrike that is most significant here, but now we have enough boons that it is by no means guaranteed that's going to be one of our 3 options. Is there any reason to do this in a different order? I don't think so. Let's do this. Okay. So we did not get it. Can get more damage on the cast. Cast is pretty good from range. This just increases the reflected damage, the revenge damage, which we are certainly going to take some from this boss fight, although I'm not sure that 25 is going to make that big of a difference for us. Scorch damage. No, I think it has to be this. This does give us more damage, in addition to more health. I think it was probably a little bit of an overheal. Okay, this... Not liking the way this is looking right now. I know we've had more success as of late in this boss fight. We do have a lot of damage, but our it is coming from a very high-risk attack, and not very good defense right now. Not a lot of health, no armor left.
She came. Good, you're just in time for a set. I've been working on a song called I'm Gonna Claw Out Your Eyes Then Drown You to Death. Comes from a real personal place.
Does it now?
Is it any better than the one I heard on my way in?
Oh, acknowledging how we heard a new song on our way in?
No, it's not, because all our songs are the best. Each like a perfect little child. Not a bad one, like you.
Oh, that's mean. Okay, oh, okay, we've learned how to deal with that attack. And not that one, though, apparently. Oh, this is a new song. Okay, we know... Oh, that was brutal. Okay. It is a new song. I knew we had to dash in this direction. We learned the way that the positioning of that attack works. And it is coming from the drummer, so I'm kind of deliberately trying to focus on the drummer. That was also not the direction I intended to do that. Now we do need to get out of there, though. Wait, it actually is called I'm gonna claw out your eye. Wait, what? That's incredible. I mean, as I said, I was... Oh, you're immune. Wonderful. Great timing. As I said, I am already a big fan of this fight, even if I've had trouble with it in the past. Yeah, I think you are the best enemy first attack. Well, theoretically the best enemy first attack. The drummer is still immune, because the drummer is not doing anything right now. But you were in a great place to go after. You're now the only one to go after. Okay, you're doing something. Our damage is certainly much better than it's been in the past. Okay, once again, it's only you. Did we get hit by that? We might have. Now you're the featured artist. Okay, just in time. That's it. Oh, wait, no, you're not the featured artist. You liar. Okay, this is the wrong direction to dash in. Oh, okay. Okay, that was bad. Now we're in a safe spot, though, at least from the drummer. At least from the drummer. No, leave me alone. I want to get rid of the drummer. Like, to get rid of the drummer. She must be low. Ooh. Did she go down? I think she did. She's definitely been the one that I've been trying to focus on. Ooh, I did not see that coming until the very last second. Is that going to blow up on her? I think it's close. This song is so hilarious. Oh, I walked into that. That's 400 damage when we get it fully charged up, which is pretty incredible. It's always you we get last. I'm not sure if that's actually a coincidence. Okay, but there you see, the damage is incredible.
Show's over.
We actually didn't have that much life left, despite not taking that much relative to how we've done in the past.
There.
It was certainly way faster than previous encounters with this group. Imagine that, when you have more damage, and use that damage more aggressively. Okay, well, we can get some healing. Oh, I absolutely would have missed this.
Limestone.
Okay, so at least, after having defeated those bosses, I think we can say that's sort of our new threshold for what dictates at least a decent run.
Collected works of sailor-slaying Skilla and her sirens lie conspicuously scattered here, imparting vengeance on the sensibility of those who dare to take a closer look.
Because as I said...
You're such a mess, that little dress. Oh, gods.
She's trying to write about us. But as I was saying, I think that, you know, it's not as if we are necessarily going to make our way all the way to Kronos every single time. I don't think we are ready to quite set our standard that high. So it's not long ago that we did not have a way to beat that boss that we just defeated. Do we only have one choice here? 'Cause I'm not loving that option. But it looks like that is our only option. And okay, I mean, we still have yet to use anything from Selene. Theoretically, we will make it stronger here, but...
Looking for several different points.
that is the Selene upgrade. I'm wary of, I think this is going to be an area that causes us some trouble with our lack of range. Literally trying to avoid that.
Stay where you are.
Waiting until we get this off cooldown again before we re-engage. Because that's going to happen. Get a little bit of coinage. Is this a smaller version of the rooms? I mean, it only has 2 potential upgrades. Oh, okay, we'll take a little bit of that. Oh, some of this too. Okay, nice bonus. Oh, I did not even realize this was our tree. Not that we have much need for it right now to guide us anymore. I guess we take this first.
This corruption.
Oh, we did not really see any of those enemies last time. The Medusas. There's also a darkness dude. Right here. At least we got rid of that. Weird place. We were kind of phasing through the wall a little bit, or at least your visual effect was. Okay. We take this, and this is what we were seeing last time. Oh, we 5 this time round? Okay, so servants raised. Okay, clearly this is specific to the boon we took initially. Okay, and it's not like we're getting an additional version of that. It's purely just upgrading what we had previously. So your raised servants deal an additional 10% damage. While your hex is not ready, deal more damage. That's also kind of nice. Do that several times over. Not exactly sure how the sequencing works if taking one prevents us from taking another. Use -10 magic less than before you recharge your hex. This seems to all be a lot more magic oriented, whereas down here is more damage oriented. I kind of prefer that. Oh, we aren't allowed to take that. We have to take this first. I see. Can we do that? Okay. Then we're allowed to go here if we want to. Kind of want to load up on the damage, to be honest with you. What is... If you would let me go there. It's a little hard to get to the exact spot while your hex is not ready. Plus 5% damage. I mean, with all these adding up, we can actually start to make that be pretty significant. Our whole plan is to just never use it. Or at least when we do, we burn it immediately. Hex also makes your raised servants explode, dealing big damage around them. Okay, well, I mean, maybe it makes sense to at least get a little bit of that Hex damage. Okay. Now we do this. Those guys are annoying. And it's more of the werewolf dudes, so we, for the most part, not really been attacked by yet. So we've been very wary of them. They're kinda scary.
There.
Okay, so yeah, in theory, if we deliberately never spend magic, then that means that we have functionally given ourselves... not this. Where is it? Servant Steel plus 20% damage. It's 50... Oh, here. Plus 15% damage. That's pretty solid. Across the board? 15% damage? Oh, wait, what was that sound effect? Yes, we have 2 rooms here. They're both mini-bosses. This one has the little page next to it. We saw that icon on the final floor leading up to the Kronos fight, but we weren't really sure what it meant. We kind of avoided those rooms because we wanted to make sure we were able to make it to that boss fight. But also, was that the usual sound effect? Because that made me think there's something else in here that we might have missed. You tell us? I don't know. I guess we do try this then. Either way, it's going to be tough. I'm not sure we've seen many mini-bosses at all in this. Oh, we've seen one. And it was not this. Definitely was not this. Okay, I'm going to try to focus on little guys, though I'm not sure if that's actually... Is this guy a vampire? I'm not sure if that's actually what we ought to do here. He looks like a vampire, this enemy. I can sneak up behind you, hit you with a few of those, then I feel... Oh, you cover a lot of ground very quickly. Also, you could disappear. You might be able to disappear. You could do that. You can teleport. Stop teleporting, please. Makes it much harder to predict. Oh, that also deals damage to us. It's not just... Oh, man. Okay, you deal a lot of damage, and that is not the direction I meant to go in. Nope, get out of there. Just a little bit more. A little bit more damage. Come on. That hit? I don't know if that hit. You are fast as well. Oh no, we did get hit though.
How many mortals have you
3 health. 3 health right now. Okay, that was not ideal. Well, that was our first time encountering that enemy, so of course some of it comes down to just learning the boss fight, or the mini-boss fight. It just deals a ton of damage, and it's fast. And we are not good at avoiding damage. We can deal a whole bunch of damage. We are not good at avoiding damage. Oh, we can gift. We did pick up a nectar, so I'd kind of like to pick a specific god or goddess that we really like the boons from. Because we have Hephaestus, which we've had some success with, but there are some other gods or goddesses that I feel like we might want to prioritize as well. Specials deal more damage in a larger area. Wait, special... Which is the one that we've... No, it's the cast that we've... So, attack and cast. Special is not one that we've upgraded all that much. While standing, cast, restore magic. Attack has a chance to hit 2 times. We have to. We absolutely have to.
Now.
Given how powerful our attack is, we have to. Granted, defensively, we're in a bit of trouble here. Ooh. Okay. Oh, man. So... This is where that whole theory I was talking about before really gets put to the test. In Hades 1, we would have almost certainly wanted to go for this. It also does guarantee, I'm pretty sure, that we have no enemies in the next room, which, when we have 3 health, is kind of helpful. We'll restore a little bit of health going into each room, so it means we'll get up to like 6 health. That, realistically, that doesn't make that much of a difference. This, however, and obviously there's whatever bonus we get from this encounter. We've had one before, and it was a little bit underwhelming. I think it was more or less an extra boon. Basically a boon with no enemies, versus here, hammer, humongous potential from that. Health would be nice, certainly, although we might lose all of our health before we get the chance to pick that up. And then the coins, which with 95, we are actually not doing great from a coinage standpoint at the moment. I think we kind of have to do this.
A path of golden petals shall guide you.
Okay, we obviously need to play this very cautiously. Like try to avoid engaging really any enemies. Like to lead with this one. I also kind of want to get rid of these types of random enemies first. Okay, don't stand that close to them. Also, don't get trapped in a corner. Okay. Those are down. It's a free upgrade here. There is still an enemy that is moving toward us, that I think may be trying to attack us right now. If this deals damage to us as soon as we click out of this, then I'm going to be a little, more than a little frustrated, to be honest with you. That feels pretty cheap. If we could raise some serpents right now, that might not be the worst thing. Okay, we may more or less have to do this. Okay, at least you are not immediately right on top of us, immediately automatically killing us. That would make me mad. Ooh, I kind of missed. Okay. So of course the ideal situation is we choose the life, we complete the encounter with whatever enemies without taking functionally any damage, get this, and then we suddenly have a little margin for error before we have to use that Death Defiance. Just kind of trying to clear out random enemies just to make it a little more reliable for us to make that happen. Health restoration. Free health restoration, perhaps? We have to try. Are there other enemies here? Yes, there are. We have to try. Don't run. We need that health restoration. It's right there. Patience. Patience is key. Patience is key. Oh, there's still another one. After that. Okay. That's alright. That's alright. Okay, that's actually huge. No joke, that is actually huge. Okay, we suddenly do have little margin for error, even in this first encounter. I think it might still make sense to go health first, then hammer, obviously, has a lot of potential as well. Okay, let's do it.
I've drawn them out.
Oh, it's the million punch dudes. Probably have crazy damage potential if they do get close to us. And they are very fast. And they are armored. Makes it harder to slow them down. Go away. Go away. I don't like you. Go away. Please. Oh no. Oh no. Starting to get trapped in a corner for a second there. Okay, are we done with the million punch dudes? Okay. Ooh. That's pretty big as well. Now suddenly we have even more of a margin, and I think we're looking for the hammer at this point. So that is the most potential to help us. I mean, otherwise, we could also get what is theoretically some free ash. Okay, just a little bit, but that's fine. Take this, see what we get. It's more of these dudes. Oh, it's more than just that, though. Little werewolf heads that I still don't really understand what they do. And the werewolf itself, which is more of an issue, I would assume. And the million punch dudes. Nope, don't do that. Don't you do that. Just whittling away. I mean, technically, yes. Maybe we don't need to be quite as conservative anymore. But if we can avoid taking damage altogether, then probably it's still worth it. Oh, you can see that little spark as well that leads us back to it. Okay, obviously we'd love to see more relevant attack buffs here. Let's see, specials, return to you, deal plus 50% damage, striking foes from behind. Specials deal plus 15% damage, and each hit bounces toward 2 more foes. We got this on a previous run, and it was great. Charge special gains plus 4 power each time it keeps hitting the same foe. Do we have anything improving our special right now? It's the cast that we've been using for range. Charge up the cast, which I honestly forgot we even had anything for that. Oh, and if we get more health restoration, suddenly we get a 20% damage boost. Is that too? Okay. Yeah. I think we probably keep it simple and do this. Give us more... It's not technically more range with the initial hit, but if I remember correctly, when it branches off after that initial hit, then suddenly, yes, it can hit more. Okay, I think it's just this. I don't like that. Oh, but I did not expect that. Thought I had a little bit more of a window to hit you before you would hit me. There's the hammer upgrade that we just picked up, benefiting us a little bit. Oh, there's still more of the darkness dudes. Just want this to have slightly more range. Be way easier to use in that case. Still somebody? I don't know where they are. Oh, there's still more than one somebody. Get down a bit. Oh, there's a lot more than one somebody. And the wolf head things are good targets for this, especially if you just want to sit there and let me attack you. That is not the direction I meant to do that in. Okay, we took a little bit of damage from that. But what with us getting a little bit more health restoration, we're not desperate at this point. Would still greatly benefit from getting even more health, though. And I think that means we more or less have to go this route. Okay. Is this free? Oh, that's the edge of the room. Hermes, what were the other things in this room? It was health and a calm, I think? So I'm not really sure what our preferred sequence is, to be honest. Yep, shades here, though. Ooh, careful. Might even just go for the health. Well, not sure about that. Those guys guarding anything? Oh, we'll check in a second. This is not the bow. Oh, mini shop. Okay, 254 gold. So there is some potential to benefit from that. Okay, Hestia could also benefit us. That might be our first choice. Except, let's try to clear you guys out first. Just make this a little bit of a safer encounter for us. Guarding anything? Find the bow. Oh. Okay, that is loot of some variety. I'm not really sure what, to be honest with you. There's still one more? Yes. Something to mine. Last rock. We might have gotten that before. This is functionally free. Okay. Oh, you're still there. This is why it pays a little bit to be thorough initially. Okay, don't dash into that, though. I think I would like to go... Not that... Where was Hestia? You're still there. How did you avoid it? Oh, this is where it is. Okay. Yeah, looks like we've gotten all the little stuff. Let's do this. We have a lot. That's an area that we did not see. Pretty sure these are not enemies that are officially from that specific boon that we just tried to initiate. That's not great from that standpoint. So now we're getting a little more action than we might have thought we were signing up for. You can go a very far distance, I am realizing. That can explode. Oh, and you can change direction as well? That's kind of terrifying. Looks like we can stagger you out of it if we hit you with any form of damage, but still. Ooh. It's not paying attention to that. And that did not hit my desired target. Okay, there we go. Any more of that? Yes, the random dudes. There are still more of them, in fact. A lot of them in this room. Okay, now we can nab this. What are our options? Ooh, okay, huge damage against armor. I mean, good against mini-bosses, but not good against bosses, as we've seen before. This... Not really all that keen on sacrificing max health right now. I think we more or less have to take this. I mean, this is huge. But still. And that's only our Scorch effects. That's not our basic attacks. I mean, or not universal damage. Granted, you know, throw or cast against armor. And yeah, it would be very valuable, but I think we're still taking this. Now, maybe it is Hermes? Okay, darkness. I did not even see what kind of enemy that was. Looks like one that can vacuum cleaner magnet us in. Oh, oh, it's a version of the Banshee-like enemies that scream at us. Like that, I think. That did not really go where I wanted it to go. So now I'm playing it as very cautiously. I'd like to get rid of at least one of you before we jump in there and try to... I mean, we've not really been using our basic attack, which is of course our primary source of damage, which is why things have been going much more slowly when we've been playing it much more safely. But that is because we've been playing it much more safely. There we go. Now that enemy is down. We know you can do a melee attack. But, there we go. As long as you're unarmored and we can just spam our attack, then it's pretty safe.
In the name of Hades.
What do we get here? Whoa! Our first legendary boon, I'm pretty sure. Gain +1 Death Defiance. It makes everything move 90% slower for 8 seconds. Okay, I mean, sure, humor me as to what the other things are. Charge or cast, use less magic, no thanks. Most foes' ranged shots are 30% slower. No, we're absolutely doing this.
Little spring in my step.
First ever legendary boon for us, and one that could still prove quite useful. I'd like to get some more health, though, so that we don't have to use our Death Defiances as quickly, of course. You are not an armored version. The Medusas are. Ooh, there's a lot of you. That was a little risky, just because I still don't really get what those enemies do. Want to get trapped by some of those Medusa things. That also didn't quite hit where I wanted it to. Stay back. Oh, you guys as well. Okay. Guys we don't really want to get close to because I think they can do things only in melee range. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we get a little more health. We have 2 Death Defiances for the first time ever. We do have a mini shop. You can get health restoration. Restore 10% whenever you enter a location. That's not bad. Next Well of Charon item. The donation will instead expire after... Wait, what? Your next Well of Charon item with a duration. Okay. Will instead expire after 2 guardians, meaning bosses and mini bosses. So if we do this and then this, then suddenly we do have longer duration, more time to restore our health. But let's see first. I think this is definitely the last encounter before the boss fight. Oh, what are you doing here? Hold on. It didn't give us any gold, but I think we might want to save our gold so we can get more aggressive here. 250 is an important threshold, so I think we probably just stick with that. So that means... Okay, we could go Palm plus Random Boon is probably the way to go. We'll have a little bit to spare.
Beyond awaits the monstrous Hound of Hell, no longer watchful of the Underworld's gates, but now grown desperate to return to his grim master, wherever he resides.
And we saw last time that he did find a way to return to his master.
Poor Cerberus.
Okay, so let's... First, we probably do this and try to upgrade, what, our basic attack? Well, or the Hestia boon that's been dealing some damage for us as well. Let's see, specials inflict Scorch. Yeah, this is what I was... Wait, is this what I'm thinking of? Your attack has a chance to hit 2 times. Oh, this was only very recent. Okay, well, that's actually a pretty big increase in how often that procs. I think we do that.
That's better.
Then we can do this.
Hear me, on my authority.
What do we get here? In each encounter, 1 foe is weak. You gradually I mean... Does that mean we can have bosses deal minus 10% damage? Because Cerberus is the only enemy, at least initially, in this fight. Whenever you use 30 magic, create a heartthrob, which explodes. It revolves around us for 20 seconds and then explodes for 120 damage. Or after you enter a location, prime 20 magic to add to your power, to add +5 to our attack power. I mean, we do have a fast attack. Well, actually, if that's base damage, hold on. If that's base damage that is getting multiplied by 105%, then that's functionally plus 10 every hit. Our attack is fast, so that gives us a higher chance of, well, gives us more opportunities to spam the attack, which I think we will try to do against Cerberus. And then, what about the hammer upgrade? That, yeah, also, theoretically, is plus 10 base damage getting multiplied by this as well, so our last attack is absolutely ginormous. So although it doesn't sound like a huge deal, I think there is actually something to be said for that. Defensively, obviously, this is best. But maybe we get a little greedy with the attack. Okay. Alright, Cerberus it is. We don't have a lot of health, but we do, well, we have 2 Death Defiances, though.
Cerberus, it's me. Don't you remember?
Then, if we try to get very aggressive when we have our windows. Oh. Except that we are going to take some damage. Remember, Cerberus does still move, even during this phase. It's not just totally up to positioning. Oh, I moved, but I moved into it. Did not help. Likewise there. Did not dash far enough. He's going to move toward us, I think. Oh, the number of times I've done that now.
I can't do this.
What? What was that? What was that I can't do this thing all about? Screen changing colors and everything? Okay, Cerberus goes away. Oh, this nasty mix of enemies here. Pretty nasty mix, if you ask me. Cerberus should be coming back. Theoretically, yes. Oh, gosh. Now he's still moving. Oh, that's... Oh, my God. That's not great. He's charging. The number of times I've seemingly dodged out of the way, only to still get hit by it. That's also obviously not the direction I meant to do that in. Excuse me, Cerberus. Please don't do that. Oh, we do need to go in. Okay, now we need to go out. Not go far enough. So he's doing the flamethrower. Okay, so this is where remembering that we can run is important. Oh, nope, don't like that. Where'd he go? It's over there? Okay. Yeah, it's a little, the range on that attack, the area of effect is a little bit bigger than I expected to be. Oh, okay, well that's just kind of mean. Oh, that stinks. Okay, that's a projectile that don't actually. Oh, okay, it does that. Is what that does. Okay, well, when we're behind Cerberus when he's doing this attack, this is actually an incredible time for us to take him out. Might have happened on one previous occasion. We did defeat Cerberus. We did take a lot of damage. Blew through both our Death Defiances, which does sting.
Monstrously sharp-fanged heads of Cerberus bend low in shame.
But that is one more boss down. So from that standpoint, that is good. Now if we could somehow get those Death Defiances back, or get some health back, that would be awfully helpful. at this rate,
Fields, at least.
aren't going to last much longer. You can get some health here, obviously, but it's going to get tough now.
Unseen.
This theoretically shouldn't have enemies in it. Any Eris? No Eris. Okay, that's
Should
good.
be a clear path to the house.
Okay. Jump in here. Okay, I'm also kind of concerned about our lack of range against, for example, these types of enemies. Really, any enemy. Nope.
Got you.
Sort of. Oh. Whittling them down a little bit so we can hopefully deal with them a little more safely. But that's obviously not going to be the only wave. These guys are really nasty. These guys' shields makes it harder to make sure we can get an opening on them. Sneaky on the other side. Work around the shield. There we go.
No traitor to the house shall go.
Not sure if we took damage. Oh, okay. Nice. At least, even if we don't last long on this floor, we get a little bit of resources out of it, so something to be said for that. Oh, okay. Progress, or coins. And this one does not have a mini-boss next to it. And we saw, at least on a previous run, the only time we did not have rooms that progressed us toward Kronos, they were always mini-bosses. So maybe this is a little bit safer. Granted, we don't have a lot of health to work with here, so we do need to be careful. And it's only going to be relevant, those coins, in all likelihood, if we manage to... Oh, those easy. That's nasty. It's only going to be relevant, those coins, if we make it to the shop at the end of this floor. So it is definitely a risk. As for whether it is a calculated risk or not, well, that's up to you to determine whether you think it was worth it. Hindsight 2020, I'm sure. We will know very clearly if this was the right idea or not. Those explode on death. You are back. Your rats and your heat-seeking projectiles, which is very annoying. But if we get in with our basic attack, as you see here, the damage remains huge. 300 coins from one room is ridiculous. Okay, I mean, we have to do this. We have to do this.
What?
Don't know what that is.
Shade rot.
Shade rot? Apparently we already had some of that. I don't remember ever picking that up before, but...
It's me.
What are you doing here again? I told you, you cannot be here.
And I told you I'd be back for you. Though my priority is Kronos. You vanquished him before. Can you reveal to me any weaknesses? Anything at all?
Being awfully helpful.
I vanquished him with the aid of 5 other gods. What hope have you alone? He has no weakness, save his arrogance. And it appears you have that weakness too.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Then it seems we are equally matched. Father, how long have you been this way? Is there aught I can do?
You think I have any sense of time in such a place?
Good point.
And I've said already what you can do. Risk not your everything. Go now, and be unseen.
Alright, well, let's see what our options are here. Restore 1% health for each damage you deal up to the 100. I mean, we got this last time. I think that's what we chose. It was hard to tell exactly when it hit that cap, but it might have helped us survive a little bit longer. And we're a little bit low still, and if we get up to full health, or at least the top 80%, is it? Yeah, then we get plus 20% damage, so from that standpoint, it's useful as well. In your confrontation, Kronos summons fewer reinforcements. We saw this last time. We did not opt to take it, but it is tempting. After you take damage, go dark for 10 seconds. Vanish for 10 seconds, strike to appear, and deal bonus damage. 100% bonus damage. Recharges every 40 seconds. I mean, that sounds pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the most straightforward and maybe the most practical. If we make it to Kronos, this might be the best. This one is unique, or at least the most unusual. As for whether it pays off, it's the hardest to tell for that reason, but I think we have to try. That's too cool not to try. Okay, we do have... Oof. I was going to say, we have a nectar. I was curious if we were going to be able to gift it to Hades, but we can't. You did not let us pet you last time.
I'd rather keep my hand.
The savage watchdog looks tentatively at the princess of the underworld.
Not now. Still no. I'm crushed.
The once feared underworld king resembles now the wretched and the damned that here was shackled in his stead, until the scheming Titan Kronos cut them loose.
Unforgivable.
Okay, so this was basically a free room, so to speak, because although we didn't progress toward Kronos, we didn't have any enemies in here. So it actually gives us time to restore a little bit of health. Okay, I don't really know what you guys do. I know we probably encountered you before, but apparently you teleport. You probably do melee damage of some variety. Oh, I did not want to dash into that, I don't think. Okay, there's a lot of them, and that's a trap. And that is... Okay, we went dark, and then I'm pretty sure that I proceeded to immediately break the darkness on nothing. Okay, I also got stuck. And I also nearly set off that trap on myself again. Nope. Bad. Also bad. Also bad. Does kind of stun them. Is nifty. Does help some crowd control against the skulls. There we go. Alright, that's very nice. Can't do anything with those little gears? Apparently not. Okay. Oh, for a second I thought that was our only choice. Okay, I think at this point we do need to start playing it very safe if we want to have any chance of making it to Kronos. Oh man. There's a lot of enemies there. Those are the kind that blow up, aren't they? Kinda. Oh, well, I should probably throw that out. Ooh, that was bad time to dash in this direction. And I don't really want to get trapped in that corner either. Ooh, the range! Okay, we're dark, which means we have the damage bonus, except you blocked all of our damage bonus attacks. I mean, I tried to hit something with them that time. Oh, and I almost walked straight into that. You're down. Still the first wave, though? It might be. Love to get rid of your armor. That was not the direction I meant to do that in. Should be going down now. Thought there was another one of the shieldy dudes over there. Yeah, we can just stun lock you. So that works just fine. Are you the last enemy? If you're not, then the other enemy is just chilling.
This is my father's realm.
Okay. Once again, mini-boss or progress toward Kronos. I think we have to take the progress here. This is proving very helpful. Especially against the likes of the skulls. How many of them are there? Oh my goodness. That's insane. Is that the end of that wave? Oh, there's still more in that wave. Ooh, sneaky teleport. Sneaky teleport. Okay, there's gonna be more though, right? Has to be. Okay. Oh, I was waiting for that attack and I did not have it off cooldown yet. That was greedy. Oh, that was also very close. That was two. Oh, don't choose that moment to engage. Who's left? Oh, there's still another wave altogether. That's not good news. Oh, man. Oh, we are trapped in that corner. Okay. I'm amazed we got out unscathed. There is more to be mined as well. Make it out of this. Oh, I did not mean to do that attack. And I also was surprised to see how far that enemy could go. That's not where I wanted that to go. No, what was that? Okay. Broke your armor. Let's just, mosey on this way, shall we? Okay. Oh. Let's make it so there are fewer enemies to deal with. Suddenly, it become a lot more manageable. Don't have to worry as much about dodging all that. You do explode. Do you damage the enemies when you explode? You honestly might. That looks at things just then. You're simple when you're isolated. Don't mean to do that, though. Come on, wall. There we go. Okay. We did take some damage there. Okay, let's just, before we forget,
Marble.
nab this. Okay. Is there anything else in here? I don't think so. I think at this point, although this is not a mini-boss and Triple Palm may sound intriguing, we have low enough health that I think we have more or less no choice but to go here. Don't think we can afford to take that risk. Don't forget, we do have an attack. If we feel greedy enough to use it, it is very effective. Even if we have not used it much as of late. Oh, I walked into that. It's definitely still the most powerful move by, I think, quite a large margin at that. Nope, none of that. None of that nonsense. Dash through. Sprint. Get over to these guys. Oh, that's kind of nasty. Dash through. Then do this. Get rid of one of them. Get rid of two of them. Oh, that was not the last wave. Maybe we can quickly sneak this in. No! Ooh, whoa, those were not well placed for us. Down. Oh, there are potentially going to be rads. Out of control with this. Oh, you're so close to going down there. Oh, except you still made rats in time to poke us. What? The absolute snipage.
Almost finished.
Okay. Oof. That was a hectic room. We did complete it.
More and more foes the longer I stay.
And once again, we have the choice of basically either shop or palms. Once again, but I think we have to do this. We have 819 coins, so hopefully we can at least restore enough health. We can get some armor. But otherwise, we might be in a bit of trouble here. Not sure this fight against Kronos is going to last long at this rate. We do have a lot of damage, but I think we need at least a little more wiggle room than 48 health. I mean, technically, we'll get a little bit more armor, because we still have the Arachne keepsake, but also I still don't understand exactly what this is. We could go this, I mean, we need to have enough for this, right? So this puts us at 750, which means we do not quite have enough to also add that on. So what is the best mix? Do we need this? Do we have any obvious gaps that we're still trying to fill here? I mean, like if we got we don't have any infusion ones to power up based on the number of fire boons we have, for example, and we do have a lot of those. That might be the thing that we'd benefit most from. Yeah, we have a whole lot of fire boons. So if we could get that, that would be great. And then we go there and there, I guess, and we skip the triple, or double palm, rather. I guess we do that.
In the name of Hades.
Okay. What do we get? Once again, the sacrifice... this time it's the smolder ring? What is that? Oh, I guess you know what? I might have been a little quick to disregard this one on one of our previous occasions, because I know the first time we saw it, it was sacrificing our biggest boon, and so that was an absolute no way. But I don't remember what the option was for the trade last time. Foes with at least 300 Scorch take a burst of damage that consumes the effect. I don't know if we like that. It actually reduces the damage from Scorch, but just makes it apply more quickly. Against a boss, I don't think that's helpful. Rapidly... Yeah, I don't think we want this. Oh, man. I think we have more or less no choice but to do this. It does give us extra health. Fair bit of extra health. So I guess from that standpoint, that is something that we were saying we kind of needed. If we wanted to, maybe that means we could skip this. 40 health versus double palm. Preferences there. Well... 40 health and single palm versus double palm. Or is this more than... It costs 300, but it only shows 2 palms here. It has the price of 3 palms, so that seems strange to me. Don't really know what to make of that. I think... Yeah, we probably still played a little bit safe. Do this, and this. I mean, I think we have to do this, right? I don't think we have enough health for that to take effect. And a little bit more revenge damage. Yes, we will certainly take some damage from Kronos, but I think we have to do this.
Felt that for sure.
Okay.
The tyrannical Titan's stolen fortress beckons, for the moment undefended and exposed, either because his forces have been scattered, or his certainty of victory complete.
Okay.
Or perhaps both.
So yeah, I think if we had health here, more health, I think our prospects would be pretty solid. Unfortunately, we do not have much. Our damage is incredible if we can get up close and personal, and we just made it stronger. So we'll see how we fare.
I'm home.
Sort of.
Welcome.
You don't mean that.
You saw your father out there, I presume?
No.
He a special arrangement. For eons, he incarcerated countless souls within this place. Not to mention me. It seemed only fitting he should have to waste away accordingly.
I mean... It's not that ridiculous when you consider what Hades did to Kronos.
You couch it in morality when vengeance is reason enough. Though since you've reasoned it all out, by what right did you take the other members of my family? And Nyx and all the rest?
Yeah.
Why? Because they opposed me. Except you have this rather vexing knack for resisting some of my time-honored techniques. A recessive family trait, perhaps. Although your brother, he was not so fortunate.
Oh.
You too shall break, however. Soon enough.
We've not heard much mention of Zagreus, but apparently Kronos did take him as well. Here we go. Alright, so I think we just get super aggressive, and we accept the fact that we're probably going to die quickly. But we also accept the fact that hopefully we can deal enough damage that it is still significant. That deals damage as well. I think we dashed out of it. Oh, that's not great. avoid that. That longer for him to complete that than I remembered. And he's doing a thing. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Oh, we also have the darkness thing that theoretically gives us more damage potential. I did not realize he was going to attack us through that.
Stop right there.
Nope. Bad. And now it's just him. Oh, I thought I was getting out of the way with that. What's he doing? I will admit, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, he's making these things. Oh, that's a lot of those. Some things. Not really sure what those are, to be honest with you. Nope. Nope. Bad. Stop doing that. Oh, man. I dashed in the wrong direction. And we are about to die. We've, what, dealt at least a third of his health? Thereabouts? Which is something, I guess, you know. Basically, if we had enough health to run straight up and face tank him more, then we might have had better luck there. But we kind of knew as soon as we were going in with low health that we weren't going to fare all that well. Offensively, definitely still the best we've ever done. Or at least when we had the opportunity to get in for up-close attacks.
Where does Kronos find those blasted satyrs anyway?
But we are back. And yeah, there was a while there where we were on quite low health. Oh, no Dora. So to make it to the Kronos fight in and of itself, it was not looking like we were going to be able to do that for a while.
I need to make my own way to the surface.
Okay, let's see. Gain the ability to traverse warded gateways, such as the one leading to the surface. Can we afford it? Not quite. We require some shadow. Don't know how we get that. My guess is that that is from defeating Kronos, and then in that case, that just confirms our previous theory. Now, if we forget me not, does that just save one specific thing? Because the other, like, we had this on forget me not. We don't have enough fabric still. But it reduces the number of, the amount of rotation we get here. Ooh, these are the healing pools. I do like those. We have a lot of silver now, so although we probably do want to spend some to ideally get that weapon that we've yet to unlock, we can still afford to use a little bit here, I think. I think this could be very helpful.
It is done.
That's nice. Might still be able to do more. Exchange plants and other goods for bones at the Wretched Broker. I still don't really understand how we use bones. It seems like nothing costs bones. I mean, sure, we'll take it, so we can afford it, but still. Not sure how useful that's really going to be.
So might it be.
Alright, let's check in with Hecate.
The influence of Kronos is much stronger in Oceanus than here. He attempted to ensnare me in a vision of another time. A field of flame.
He's done that a few times now.
Yet you were able to elude his grasp. An aspect of your condition we expected would come into play as you pushed closer to our foe. Continue with still greater caution nonetheless.
Our condition? Care to elaborate? We have some special ability. Makes us especially good to face off against, or especially able to face off against Kronos. This is still not ready. I think we still wait on the Wretched Broker.
The unhappy goddess of comeuppance casts a judging gaze on all within the crossroads, which she safeguards out of duty and of spite.
That is quite the way of phrasing it, to call her the goddess of comeuppance.
Don't want to get on Nem's bad side.
We did see her briefly in that previous run. She stole a palm that I think we wanted to take.
What you said to me before about my mother, that was very cruel.
Fair enough. Can't kill each other here, but we can use our words. If we were fighting for real, I wouldn't have held back either.
You're kind of just a jerk. I mean, maybe that's something we should not be very surprised about, given how you are Retribution incarnate, but still. You seemingly do not have very many redeeming qualities, and I'm not sure why we consider you to be a friend in the first place.
I figured not.
Hello there.
So, there's a bit of a new wrinkle in our plans.
Oh?
We've been able to verify some of the details that Master Hermes suggested to you about what's brewing on the surface.
Right.
Please tell me what you may. And if you think it wise for me to deviate from my objective to address whatever's going on up there.
The forces of Kronos gather to sail on Olympus through a channel cut across the land. You're poised to disrupt the enemy ranks from within. Aid Olympus, and your chances against Kronos may improve.
Okay. So, yeah, obviously Kronos is the final boss when we go down, but is he also the final boss when we go up?
The warded pathway leading up should drop me right into the heart of our foe's forward garrison. It seems so reckless.
Call it a calculated risk.
Weren't we talking about calculated risks before?
I got you something.
The other question I have is that since it seems as though obviously it takes longer before you have the option to go up, does that mean that going up is inherently more difficult than it is to go down? I don't know. Kind of curious. Alright, we have a couple of the things we planted here. One of them was random, and the other one, I think, was guaranteed. I think this might have been the random one.
All grown up.
Which gave us Nightshade, which is pretty common. This one, not sure we've ever gotten before. Apparently not. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Hold on. Hold on. I meant to do this. Yeah, some Mystery Seed. And then Poppy Seeds. Yeah, because that does not give us Nightshade, I don't think. This must be the thing that we just picked up. Oh, what are you doing here?
Oh, what have we there?
What is this? Hello? He's, checking in on our gardening. He's moving around. He's sauntering at that. Interesting. I did not really ever expect the NPCs here to actually be moving around. Is he just gonna move back and forth there? It wasn't just a one-time thing? Okay, Mystery Seed here. Okay. Just chat with you guys real quick. I assume still nothing from Hypnos. Actually, I'm kind of curious. To gift him a nectar to see what happens, but at the same time, we were talking about trying to save it for another god or goddess whose boons we really like. I'm kind of thinking maybe Demeter, maybe Poseidon. Those might be my two favorites. We did make great use out of Aphrodite on that previous run, in large part because Aphrodite specializes in close range, and we had a close range weapon, so we basically had the damage boost there always up.
What is my path?
We did not get that. Oh, I didn't think we got that much ash, although we got some free, quote-unquote, ash in the Fields of Morning. So maybe that's where that started to add up. We do not have much grasp to go around, though, so we're not really sure how useful this stuff is going to prove to be. We saw a few things that allow us to re-roll rewards. Altered location rewards. Ooh, I do like that.
The fates.
Now we can, take this, which requires not only ash, but wool, which we have never seen. I wonder if some of the crafting materials you might only be able to get if you go up. And that might be why we have not seen some of these things. Set forth each night with 2 Change of Fate, which allows us to alter various outcomes, potentially including the room rewards. So if you don't like a room, it's kind of nice to be able to just change it. And from the standpoint of maximizing how many new things we're able to see, like new cards that become visible, this would be the most useful. So from that standpoint, you could maybe make the case for taking this, even if I don't love the bonus. Oh, I guess it doesn't give us the diagonal ones, though. Your Hex also charges up automatically as though you used... Oh, okay, so if you want to spam Selene stuff and do a dedicated Selene Hex run, then this would really be I would think, more or less a necessity. However, we actually deliberately built our run last time to not use that. While you have no more than 30% health, you take minus 30% damage and deal plus 30% damage. I mean, obviously, it's pretty risky. You probably don't want to make a point of being on low health all that often, but gives you more of a fighting chance. If we had that in that Kronos encounter, we could have gotten even more damage in what brief spell we had against him. Any boons you have, but plus 30% chance to be improved to rare. Ooh, I really like that. Okay, but we cannot afford it. But that might be our next priority. As for Grasp, oh, we have just enough to upgrade this. I think let's just see if we need Grasp to unlock anything here or here, because I do want to try to get, yes, the Moonstone Axe. We do have enough silver for that. As for the Fishing Rod is the one tool we don't have, and we definitely can't afford that, because that requires other stuff we don't have. So let's get this, though.
Right. Zorafet, the Moonstone Axe.
It is an axe.
Split anything apart.
It is huge. We drag it around. Wait. This reminds me so much of... Disciple. Wait. What did he say? How did that conversation start? There's a, like, meme song that uses lines kind of like that. So for a second I thought it was quoting that song. It's not that popular, I don't think. So I'm half curious to see. But anyways, new weapon. It reminds me of, I think it's... Is it Bastion with the hammer, where the kid drags it along like this? Or no, it's Transistor. It's Transistor, where Red drags it along like this. Okay, that's cool. But that's a huge area of effect. I mean, huge on the basic attack. And it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's very slow, though. At least, certainly, if you charge everything up there. Oh, what? It defends. And then it turns that defense into an attack. That's kind of cool, because that is one of the main reasons why I have not been more aggressive with using magic, is that whenever you charge stuff up, it just feels like you're vulnerable, and there aren't as many easy windows to squeeze it in. But if you can protect yourself as you're doing it, then suddenly that becomes much more palatable. And then we have, okay, that's basically the same as before.
There's something up with those nocturnal arms of yours. A certain aura that's surrounding one of them. The grave thirst.
Indeed.
A relatively simple incantation. I expected there was more to the connection between Knight's weapons and the dead. No wonder you can see it too.
Come now, not like I need eyes on the back of my cranium, but I can feel it in my bones. Want more bones yourself, just use a weapon with the thirst.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever possible.
Of course, we've learned that, and to a certain extent, you could, of course, make the case for going for the torches here for that reason.
Ignium.
We've had good luck with the torches, but we have used them a lot, and we, of course, just unlocked the axe. We might use the axe, even if it doesn't have the bonus, just so we can try out the new weapon. But let's
Ashes of the past.
Let's get the Grasp upgrade here, because we can afford it, and we don't seem to have anything that we immediately need this Grasp for. Or rather, this Psyche for.
Remnants of the past.
Oh, does it only go up by 1 every upgrade now? Okay. So it gets trickier. It gets harder to squeeze things in. So now we can get +2 if there's something we don't love. Like, I don't think we're a big fan of this. While you charge, everything moves slower. I mean, that does help you get the charge off more safely. It might not be as necessary with the axe. Deal more damage to foes in your cast. I'm just trying to maybe get rid of one grasp so we can free up room for, I mean, I guess it would be this. Damage to foes in your cast. Dash is immediate. Sprint is 5% faster. Definitely want the Death Defiance. Oh, do we? No, we have access to it, but we don't yet have this active. I'll be honest. Not sure that, well... Oh, and this isn't even active right now. Yeah. So, I think we need better options here. I mean, well, the Fates, yeah, is probably the biggest thing we have, unless we wanted to get rid of this Swift Runner. I'm not necessarily sure that we do. I do like this. I don't really want to get rid of that. Definitely don't want to get rid of that. Yeah. I like what we have here, for the most part. We have less than... Oh, I mean, if we had done this... I forgot that we had this. If we had used a little bit of magic, we would have had even more damage against Kronos. Just thinking about all the ways we had multipliers stacking on our attack, at least. I'm not sure if we had spent any magic at all. We might have been missing out on 30% extra damage. Not that, 30% damage in and of itself would have been enough for us, but I think we still stick with what we have, to be honest. I know we just picked this up, and it'd be kind of nice to get it. Once we get one more grasp, it does become an option, or plenty of other 3 grasp options. We could potentially either unlock or use of the ones we have already available. Yes, we have untapped. Oh, well, I guess, hold on.
What say the cards?
Yeah, we can't afford this, but we might as well throw this on, I guess is what it's saying. That makes sense. Fair enough. You're right. You're right. So yeah, maybe we'll use the torches for the extra bones, although still, I think we have a bazillion bones and have yet to use them on anything, seemingly. Yeah, pretty much. So, I mean, I'm sure at some point they will become relevant, but that point has not yet arrived. So maybe it's not the highest priority to use those, to use the torches to get more bones. Instead, we can prioritize going with the axe next go round. But this is probably a good place for us to wrap up here after what was a very high damage, and I think our fastest run, at least of the ones we had that made it all the way to Kronos. Wish we had a little more defensively working for us so we could more safely get right up next to those enemies and benefit more from the huge attack damage, but as you saw, once we got to those later floors where it was more dangerous, it's a little bit too risky to be doing that as often as we might have otherwise liked to. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.